Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges, struggling to find peace and purpose? In this video, we'll explore timeless wisdom from Zen and Buddhist teachings that can help you navigate life's storms with resilience, gratitude, and inner peace. Join us as we share inspiring stories and practical advice from a master and his disciple on the path to self-improvement and serenity. Watch until the end to discover powerful tools and insights that can transform your perspective and bring lasting tranquility to your life. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Imagine being able to respond to suffering with unshakable serenity, demonstrating that your happiness and prosperity are impervious to the whims of external actions. Picture yourself standing tall, untouched by the chaos around you, embodying a calm that can only come from deep within. This is one of the profound secrets of Buddhism and the Zen spirit, teaching us to discover and maintain peace, even in the most challenging and tumultuous situations. The 12 lessons we will explore today are not merely acts of resilience but powerful forms of inner revenge that heal and fortify the soul. From the simple yet profound act of living well to the transformative practice of forgiveness, these lessons pave a path for turning pain into a wellspring of personal growth and strength. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's dive deep into inspiring stories illuminated by the wisdom of a venerable Buddhist master. These tales reveal how kindness, silence, and compassion can fundamentally change lives, including your own. These lessons are not merely theoretical concepts, they are practical, actionable strategies that you can incorporate into your daily life right away. Imagine the transformative power of responding to hatred with pure, unadulterated kindness, meeting noise with serene silence, and confronting hurt with genuine compassion. Each of these responses not only defies common logic but also presents a profoundly powerful way to reshape your interactions with the world and your understanding of yourself. The journey you are about to embark on is not solely about managing your relationships with others. It's a deeply personal odyssey towards finding and nurturing your inner peace. It's about embracing the serenity that comes from within and letting it radiate outward, touching every aspect of your life. As you learn to apply these lessons, you'll find yourself growing stronger, more resilient, and profoundly at peace, no matter the external circumstances. This path is not just about enduring suffering, it's about transforming it into a source of wisdom, strength, and unshakable tranquility. Let us walk this path together, embracing the profound serenity and joy that comes from true inner peace. Throughout this video, you will uncover the profound truth that true strength emanates from within, and the most powerful response to suffering is one that propels us toward growth and flourishing. Get ready to challenge your existing beliefs and awaken new perspectives as you embark on this enlightening journey. I am Sergio, the presenter of the Awakening of the Mind channel, and I am here to be your guide on this transformative path of self-knowledge and personal evolution. If you are prepared to see how these lessons can profoundly change your life, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications. Stay connected and don't miss any updates as we delve into the depths of the mind and spirit. Now, let's commence with the first powerful lesson: the best revenge is to live well. In the hushed silence of the temple, a troubled disciple approached his master, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts fueled by the desire for revenge. "Master," he began, his voice tinged with frustration, "how can I retaliate against those who have wronged me?" The master, ever serene and wise, offered a gentle smile. "The best revenge is to live well," he replied, his words echoing like a timeless Zen mantra in the tranquil air. The disciple, puzzled but intrigued, yearned for deeper understanding. With the calm assurance of one who has mastered the secrets of Buddhism, the master began to weave a tale. He spoke of a young man who had been unjustly mistreated by those he once called friends. Instead of succumbing to anger and seeking vengeance, the young man chose a different path. He resolved to thrive and find happiness on his terms. Through his journey of self-discovery and growth, he demonstrated that he could not be broken by the hurt inflicted upon him. By living well, he not only reclaimed his power but also showed that true strength lies in rising above adversity and embracing a life of joy and fulfillment. As you listen to these stories and reflect on the wisdom they offer, you will realize that living well is not just a form of revenge but a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is an affirmation of your ability to transform pain into purpose and suffering into strength. So let's begin this journey together, exploring the profound lessons that will inspire you to live your best life, no matter what challenges you face. The disciple listened attentively to every word of the master, absorbing them like water in the desert. The young man's prosperity was his answer, continued the master. He became an example of resilience, a symbol of overcoming adversity. The anger that could have fueled his desire for revenge was transformed into fuel for his success. Instead of allowing bitterness to consume him, he channeled that energy into something constructive and beautiful. By doing so, he demonstrated that true power lies in rising above our circumstances and not being defined by the wrongs done to us. The master's voice, though calm and gentle, carried the weight and force of a thunderstorm, reverberating with ancient wisdom and a deep understanding of the human spirit. The disciple began to grasp the profound depth of the lesson. "So, Master, living well is the most powerful way to show our strength?" he asked, his voice tinged with a mix of curiosity and newfound understanding. The master nodded, his eyes shining with the light of centuries-old knowledge and experience. "Yes, young one, by thriving you show that the actions of others have no power over your happiness. This is the true Zen spirit. It is the essence of Buddhism to remain unmoved and serene amidst the chaos, to find peace within oneself regardless of external circumstances." "But Master," the disciple continued, still a bit unsure and eager to understand fully, "how can I start applying this lesson in my own life? How do I begin to transform my anger and pain into something positive?" The master smiled once again, an expression of infinite patience and compassion on his face. "Begin by focusing on your growth, your happiness. That is something no one can take from you. Dedicate yourself to your passions, cultivate your talents, and pursue what brings you joy and fulfillment. By doing this, you reclaim your power and take control of your destiny." The master's words resonated deeply within the disciple, planting a seed of wisdom in his heart. He left the temple, feeling a new sense of purpose and clarity, contemplating the master's teachings. The path of Buddhism, he realized, was much more than just meditation and silence. It was a profound journey of inner transformation, a lifelong practice of living well despite external adversities. He understood that to live well was not merely a form of revenge, but an affirmation of one's inner strength and resilience. It was a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome, to grow, and to flourish. As the disciple walked away from the temple, he felt a wave of serenity wash over him. He began to see the world through new eyes, perceiving opportunities for growth in every challenge and a chance for compassion in every encounter. He was determined to embody the master's teachings in his daily life, to live well not out of spite, but out of a genuine desire to find peace and happiness within himself. Over the following days, the disciple started to implement the master's advice. He spent more time engaging in activities that brought him joy and satisfaction. He rekindled his love for painting, finding solace in the strokes of his brush and the colors that came to life on his canvas. He began to practice mindfulness, focusing on the present moment and appreciating the simple joys of life. Gradually, he noticed a shift in his mindset. The anger and resentment that once consumed him began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of calm and contentment. He also started to reach out to others with kindness and compassion, even those who had wronged him. Instead of harboring grudges, he chose to forgive, understanding that forgiveness was not for the benefit of others but for his peace of mind. He realized that holding on to anger only kept him chained to the past, while forgiveness allowed him to move forward and embrace the future with an open heart. With each passing day, the disciple grew stronger and more resilient. He became a living testament to the Master's teachings, a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. People began to notice the change in him and were drawn to his calm and positive demeanor. He started to share his journey with others, helping them find their paths to inner peace and happiness. The disciple's life became a reflection of the Zen spirit and the teachings of Buddhism. He learned that true strength comes from within, and that the best way to respond to suffering is to transform it into an opportunity for growth. He understood that by living well, he not only demonstrated his resilience but also inspired others to find their strength. As he continued his journey, the disciple never forgot the Master's words. He carried them with him like a guiding light, illuminating his path and reminding him of the power of living well. And with each step he took, he moved closer to the true essence of Zen, a life of peace, joy, and unshakable serenity, no matter what challenges he faced. The disciple returned to the Master, still seeking answers for his inner turmoil. "Master, how can I free myself from the pain I carry inside?" he asked, his voice laden with suffering and longing for relief. The Master, with his serene wisdom, looked at him with deep compassion. "Practice forgiveness," he said, his words like a gentle breeze bringing much-needed solace. With the patience and calm of a true Zen master, he began to tell another story. There was once a man who was deeply hurt by those he trusted. The Master began. He carried his pain like a heavy burden, allowing it to consume his thoughts and color his world in shades of bitterness. On his journey, he encountered an old sage who saw the sorrow in his eyes and offered to teach him the power of forgiveness. The sage explained that by forgiving, the man could free his soul from the weight of bitterness and find true inner peace. The disciple listened intently, absorbing every word as if it were a balm for his wounded heart. The Master's story painted a vivid picture in his mind. He could see the man's transformation as he embraced forgiveness, not as a favor to those who wronged him, but as a profound act of self-liberation. By forgiving, he shed the chains of his past hurts and stepped into a life of peace and clarity. "But Master," the disciple inquired, still grappling with the concept, "isn't it incredibly difficult to forgive those who have caused us so much pain?" The Master nodded, his eyes reflecting the wisdom accumulated over the years. "Yes, young one, forgiveness is indeed a difficult practice. It requires great strength and humility, but it is a necessary path to true freedom and peace. When you forgive, you are not excusing the action. Instead, you are choosing to release yourself from the pain it has caused. Forgiveness does not condone the wrongdoing, it liberates you from its hold." If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The disciple felt a shift within him as he listened to the Master's words. "I understand, Master," he said, beginning to perceive the true power of forgiveness. "So forgiveness is more for our benefit than for others." The Master smiled gently. "Exactly, young one. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, an act of self-love and spiritual liberation. It aligns with the teachings of Buddhism, which emphasize the importance of inner peace and the letting go of attachments that cause suffering." With those words, the disciple felt a profound change within himself, a lightness he had not felt before. He understood that forgiveness was an essential step on his path, a vital practice for achieving true inner peace. Inspired by the Master's wisdom, he prepared for the next lesson, eager to delve deeper into the teachings of the Zen way. As he walked away from the temple, the disciple carried the Master's story in his heart. He began to reflect on his own life, identifying the grudges and resentments he had been holding onto. He realized that these negative emotions were not serving him. Instead, they were only prolonging his suffering. With each step, he resolved to practice forgiveness, to let go of the bitterness that had weighed him down for so long. In the days that followed, the disciple put the Master's teachings into practice. He started small, forgiving minor slights and misunderstandings. With each act of forgiveness, he felt a sense of relief, as if a heavy load was being lifted from his shoulders. Encouraged by these small victories, he began to tackle the deeper wounds, the more significant hurts that had scarred his heart. Through meditation and reflection, the disciple found the strength to forgive even those who had caused him the greatest pain. He discovered that forgiveness was not a one-time act, but a continuous practice, a way of life. It required patience, compassion, and a willingness to see the humanity in others, even those who had wronged him. As the disciple continued on his path, he noticed a transformation within himself. The anger and resentment that once consumed him began to dissipate, replaced by a profound sense of peace and clarity. He felt more connected to the present moment, more attuned to the beauty and serenity of life. He understood that forgiveness was not just about releasing the past, but about embracing the present and creating a future filled with compassion and understanding. The disciple's journey was far from over, but he felt a renewed sense of purpose and direction. He knew that the path of Buddhism and the Zen way was a lifelong journey of inner transformation. He was committed to walking this path with an open heart and a forgiving spirit, guided by the wisdom of his master and the teachings of the Buddha. As he prepared for the next lesson, the disciple felt a deep sense of gratitude. He was thankful for the master's guidance and for the opportunity to learn and grow. He was ready to embrace the challenges and joys that lay ahead, knowing that with each step, he was moving closer to true inner peace and enlightenment. The disciple returned to the master, his heart still heavy with the wounds of the past. "Master, how can I deal with the hatred I receive?" he asked, his voice trembling with a mix of desperation and hope. The master, with his calm demeanor, looked deeply into the disciple's eyes and said, "Respond with kindness." The words were simple, yet they held a profound truth that resonated within the disciple. With a serene smile, the master began to narrate the story of a wise man who lived in a village where he was frequently the target of hatred and contempt. This wise man, the master said, always responded to acts of hatred with acts of kindness. He helped those who attacked him, offered his time and compassion, and never retaliated with anger. The disciple listened attentively, feeling the wisdom of Buddhism flow through the master's words like a soothing river. Over time, continued the master, the wise man's enemies were disarmed by his kindness. Those who hated him began to see the light in his actions, realizing that true strength lies in the ability to respond with love, not with resentment. The transformation was remarkable. The village, once filled with animosity, began to change. The wise man's unwavering kindness created a ripple effect, touching even the hardest of hearts. The disciple began to understand the depth of this lesson, seeing that kindness could transform even the hardest hearts. "Master," he asked, "but how can I practice kindness when I am hurt? When my heart is filled with pain, how do I find the strength to be kind?" The master smiled, his expression radiating infinite patience and understanding. "Kindness," he said softly, "is a choice we make regardless of how we feel. It is an act of courage and inner strength that connects us to the true Zen spirit. It is not about denying your pain, but about transcending it." The disciple reflected deeply on this wisdom, realizing that responding with kindness was a way to rise above his pain. "So, Master, kindness can transform not only others, but also ourselves," the master nodded. "Yes, young one, kindness has the power to heal, to disarm, and to bring peace both to the one who practices it and to the one who receives it. When you choose kindness, you choose a path of inner peace and strength. You become a beacon of light in a world often shadowed by anger and hatred." The disciple felt a profound shift within himself. The master's words were like a balm to his wounded soul, offering not just wisdom but a practical way to navigate the complexities of human emotions. He understood that the practice of kindness was not a sign of weakness but of immense strength. It required a deep reservoir of inner peace and an unwavering commitment to the principles of Buddhism. As the disciple prepared for the next lesson, he thanked the master with a heart full of gratitude. He left the temple with a renewed sense of purpose, his heart lighter and his mind clearer. He was eager to apply the lesson of kindness in his daily life, to see for himself the transformative power it held. The path of Buddhism, he realized, was not just about meditation and silence, but about active, compassionate engagement with the world. In the days that followed, the disciple practiced kindness in every situation he encountered. He smiled at strangers, offered help without expecting anything in return, and responded to anger with calmness. He found that each act of kindness not only eased the suffering of others, but also brought him a deep sense of fulfillment. His heart, once heavy with pain, began to heal. The more he gave, the more he received in terms of inner peace and joy. The disciple's transformation did not go unnoticed. People around him began to change, inspired by his example. His kindness became a catalyst for positive change, creating a ripple effect that extended far beyond his immediate circle. The disciple realized that the master's lesson on kindness was not just a personal practice, but a powerful tool for social change. Reflecting on his journey, the disciple felt immense gratitude for the master's guidance. He understood that true strength lay in the ability to respond with kindness, no matter the circumstances. This lesson became a cornerstone of his spiritual practice, guiding him through life's challenges with grace and compassion. The disciple knew that his journey was far from over, but he was prepared to face whatever came his way with an open heart and a kind spirit. He was ready for the next lesson, eager to delve deeper into the teachings of the Zen way. As he walked his path, he carried with him the timeless wisdom of the Master, a beacon of light guiding him toward true enlightenment and inner peace. The disciple, still seeking inner peace, approached the Master with a new question. "Master, how can I respond to those who provoke me without losing my tranquility?" The Master, with the typical serenity of his Zen wisdom, calmly responded, "Use silence as a response." The Master began to tell the story of an ancient sage who lived in a turbulent community. This sage, said the Master, faced constant provocations and insults. However, instead of reacting with words or actions, he chose silence. His silence was so powerful that it disarmed any adversary, leaving them not knowing how to proceed. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The disciple listened intently, each word from the Master resonating deeply within him. He imagined the sage, standing tall and composed amidst chaos, radiating an inner peace that nothing could disturb. The image of such profound tranquility inspired him, filling him with a sense of hope and determination. The Master continued, "Silence is not just the absence of words, it is the presence of calm. It is a deliberate choice to maintain your peace and not allow external noise to disturb your inner serenity. By choosing silence, you choose not to engage in conflict, and in doing so, you protect your tranquility." With this new understanding, the disciple felt a renewed sense of purpose. He understood that self-improvement was a continuous journey, a daily practice of growth and evolution. Inspired by the Master's wisdom, he prepared for the next lesson, eager to continue his journey of self-knowledge and transformation. He realized that silence could be his greatest ally, a tool to preserve his inner peace amidst the provocations of the world. The disciple, seeking strength to face adversities, approached the Master with another question. "Master, how can I overcome the challenges that life imposes on me?" The Master, with his characteristic calmness, replied, "Develop resilience." His words, though simple, carried the depth of Zen wisdom and Buddhism. The Master began to tell the story of a wise man who faced countless difficulties in his life. This wise man, said the Master, faced losses, betrayals, and great sufferings. However, he always rose again with renewed strength. His resilience was his greatest weapon, allowing him not only to survive but to thrive amidst adversities. The disciple listened, absorbing every word with reverence. He imagined the wise man facing one hardship after another, yet never allowing himself to be defeated. The Master's voice was calm but powerful, imbued with a sense of timeless wisdom. Resilience, the Master continued, is not just the ability to recover, but to learn and grow from difficulties. The wise man saw every challenge as an opportunity for strengthening. He understood that life is impermanent, and that every moment, no matter how difficult, carries a valuable lesson. The disciple began to perceive the importance of this approach. He understood that resilience was more than just bouncing back, it was about transformation and growth. Every challenge, every setback was a chance to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. The Master's teachings filled him with a newfound strength, a belief that he could face any adversity with grace and courage. The disciple reflected on the Master's words, realizing that his journey of self-improvement was an ongoing process. He knew that each lesson was a stepping stone towards a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind open to learning, he left the Master, ready to face the world with silence, kindness, forgiveness, and resilience. In the days that followed, the disciples practiced these lessons diligently. When provoked, he chose silence, feeling its calming power. In moments of pain, he chose kindness and forgiveness, feeling the liberation they brought. And in the face of challenges, he chose resilience, finding strength in every difficulty. His journey was not easy, but with each step he felt himself growing, evolving into a person of greater wisdom and peace. The disciple's transformation was evident to all who knew him. He became a source of inspiration, a living testament to the power of the Master's teachings. His life, once filled with turmoil, was now a journey of continuous growth and profound inner peace. As he continued on his path, he carried with him the timeless wisdom of the Master, ready to face whatever life had in store with grace and courage. The disciple, who had been diligently following the path laid out by his Master, found himself grappling with a profound question that weighed heavily on his mind. With a heart full of curiosity and a mind seeking clarity, he approached his Master, a figure of unwavering calm and wisdom. "Master," the disciple asked, his voice tinged with both respect and urgency, "how can I find peace amidst the suffering that life inevitably brings?" The Master, his eyes reflecting a deep well of serenity, responded with a gentle smile. "Practice gratitude," he said, his words resonating like a gentle chime in the disciple's heart. The simplicity and power of this advice struck the disciple deeply. The Master's presence was like a guiding light, illuminating the path through the dark and turbulent storms of life with the gentle, yet profound, light of Buddhist teachings. To illustrate his point, the Master began to share a story, one that seemed to carry the weight of many lifetimes' worth of wisdom. There was once a monk. The Master began, his voice calm and steady, who faced many hardships and difficulties throughout his life. Yet, despite the numerous obstacles that came his way, this monk always maintained an attitude of gratitude. He found peace in the midst of suffering by focusing on the blessings that life offered him, both big and small. The Master continued, painting a vivid picture of the monk's life. This monk would wake up each day with a heart full of thankfulness. He was grateful for the lessons he learned, no matter how harsh they seemed at the time. He appreciated the small joys that each day brought, whether it was the beauty of a blooming flower, the warmth of the sun on his face, or the kindness of a stranger. Even when faced with challenges, he saw them as opportunities for growth and personal development. As the disciple listened, he felt a deep resonance with the story. He could almost see the monk, living each day with a heart full of gratitude, navigating through life with a sense of peace and contentment. By cultivating gratitude, the Master explained, the monk discovered that his heart became lighter and his mind became clearer. He realized that even in the most difficult of circumstances, there was always something to be grateful for. This practice not only transformed his perspective but also brought him a lasting sense of peace. The disciple, deeply moved by the Master's words and the story of the monk, began to understand the profound impact that gratitude could have on his own life. He realized that gratitude was not just a fleeting feeling but a powerful practice that could shift his entire outlook on life. It was a key to unlocking true serenity and inner peace. With this newfound understanding, the disciple felt a renewed sense of determination and hope. he made a silent vow to himself to embrace gratitude in his daily life, to find and cherish the blessings hidden within each moment, no matter how small they might seem. Inspired by the master's wisdom and the monk's story, he prepared himself for the next lesson, eager to continue his journey of self-discovery and inner strengthening, armed with the powerful tool of gratitude. Master asked the disciple, "How can I start practicing gratitude in my life?" The master, with a gentle and knowing smile, responded, "Begin by recognizing the small things that often go unnoticed. Be grateful for each new day, for the air you breathe, for the people around you." Gratitude, as Buddhism teaches, is a daily and continuous practice. The disciple took a moment to reflect on these words, feeling a new light illuminate his path. "So, Master," he continued, "gratitude can transform my perception of the world and bring inner peace." The master nodded, his eyes shining with accumulated wisdom. "Yes, young one, gratitude is a way of seeing the world through a lens of abundance and positivity. It is a practice that connects us to the present and allows us to find joy in every moment, aligned with the Zen spirit." With this new understanding, the disciple felt a deep inner peace begin to bloom within him. He understood that the practice of gratitude was not just an occasional act, but a powerful tool for his spiritual journey. It was a way of living in harmony with the teachings of Buddhism and cultivating a life filled with peace and contentment. Filled with a sense of clarity and purpose, the disciple thanked the master and departed, his heart lighter and his mind clearer. He felt prepared for the next lesson, knowing that gratitude would be a guiding force in his life. As days turned into weeks, the disciple diligently practiced gratitude, feeling its transformative power in his daily life. However, another question began to form in his mind, one that he felt compelled to seek guidance on. Returning to the master, now feeling more serene and grounded on his path, he asked, "Master, how can I find inner peace amidst the chaos of life?" The master, embodying his characteristic tranquility, responded, "Meditate to find peace." His words resonated deeply within the disciple, like an invitation to embark on a profound and transformative inner journey. The master then began to share the story of a wise man who, amidst great tumult, found refuge in meditation. This wise man, the master began, faced constant challenges and disturbances. Yet he discovered that by practicing meditation daily, he could access a space of calm and clarity within himself. This inner sanctuary became his refuge, where he could recharge and renew his spirit. As the disciple listened, he felt the serenity emanating from the master's words, like a soothing balm for his soul. By meditating, the master continued, the wise man learned to observe his thoughts and emotions without clinging to them. He realized that true peace did not depend on external circumstances, but on his inner state. Meditation allowed him to transcend the chaos around him and find a deep and lasting peace within himself. The disciple began to understand the transformative power of this practice. He saw that meditation was not merely a technique, but a gateway to a profound sense of inner peace and clarity. Inspired by the master's wisdom, he committed himself to integrating meditation into his daily life, determined to cultivate a tranquil mind amidst the noise and distractions of the world. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. With each passing day, the disciple practiced meditation and gratitude, feeling their combined effects deepen his sense of inner peace and resilience. He knew that these practices were essential tools on his path, guiding him toward a life of wisdom, serenity, and spiritual fulfillment. Prepared for the next lesson, he thanked the master once more, his heart brimming with gratitude and his spirit emboldened by the journey ahead. Master asked the disciple, "How can I start meditating and find that inner peace?" The master, with a compassionate look, responded, "Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus on your breathing. Let your thoughts come and go without clinging to them." Meditation, as Buddhism teaches, is a practice of presence and mindfulness. The disciple reflected on this, feeling a new calm take possession of his being. So Master said the disciple, "Meditation can help me deal with stress and find a peace that comes from within." The master nodded, his eyes shining with accumulated wisdom. Yes, young one, meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace and mental clarity. It is a practice that connects us to the present and allows us to live by the true Zen spirit. With this new understanding, the disciple felt a profound tranquility settle in his heart. He understood that the practice of meditation was essential for his path, a way to find peace amidst life's chaos and live in harmony with the teachings of Buddhism. Prepared for the next lesson, he thanked the master and departed, his heart lighter and his mind clearer. Days turned into weeks, and the disciple immersed himself in the practice of meditation. Each day he found a quiet spot, sat comfortably, and focused on his breath. He observed his thoughts drifting by like clouds in the sky, learning not to cling to them. With each passing session, he felt a deeper sense of calm and clarity, realizing the profound impact of this simple yet powerful practice. One day, feeling increasingly wise and serene on his path, the disciple returned to the master with a new question. "Master, how can I maintain a positive attitude in difficult times?" The master, with his characteristic calmness, responded, "Cultivate positive thinking." His words were like a beacon guiding the disciples through life's storms with the light of Buddhism. The master began to tell the story of a man who, despite facing many adversities, maintained a positive attitude. "This man," said the master, "faced losses, betrayals, and great sufferings. However, he always chose to see the positive side of things, to focus on the good that still existed in his life. This choice, simple yet powerful, transformed his life." The disciple listened, feeling the depth of this practice. By cultivating positive thinking, the master continued, the man discovered that his attitude influenced not only his well-being but also that of those around him. He realized that even in the most difficult circumstances, there was something positive to focus on. This practice not only transformed his perspective but also brought lasting peace. The disciple began to understand that positive thinking was the key to true serenity. Inspired by the story, he felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. He realized that while he could not always control the circumstances of his life, he could choose how to respond to them. Master asked the disciple, "How can I start cultivating positive thinking in my life?" The master, with a gentle smile, responded, "Begin by recognizing the positive aspects of each situation, no matter how small they may seem. Practice gratitude and focus on the good that exists in your life." Positive thinking, as Buddhism teaches, is a daily and continuous practice. The disciple reflected on this, feeling a new light illuminate his path. So Master said the disciple, "Positive thinking can transform my perception of the world and bring inner peace." The master nodded, his eyes shining with accumulated wisdom. Yes, young one, positive thinking is a way of seeing the world through a lens of abundance and positivity. It is a practice that connects us to the present and allows us to find joy in every moment, aligned with the Zen spirit. With this new understanding, the disciple felt a deep inner peace begin to bloom. He understood that the practice of positive thinking was a powerful tool for his path, a way of living by the teachings of Buddhism and cultivating a life of peace and contentment. Prepared for the next lesson, he thanked the master and departed, his heart lighter and his mind clearer. As he walked away, the disciple felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the master's teachings. He knew that the journey ahead would not be easy, but he felt equipped with the tools he needed to navigate life's challenges. Meditation and positive thinking had become his anchors, grounding him in the present moment and allowing him to find peace amidst the chaos. Each day, he committed to practicing gratitude, recognizing the small blessings that filled his life. He focused on the positive aspects of each situation, training his mind to see the good even in difficult times. This practice transformed his perspective, bringing a sense of joy and contentment that he had never experienced before. The disciple knew that he still had much to learn, but he felt confident in his ability to continue growing and evolving on his spiritual path. With the master's wisdom as his guide, he felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that inner peace and serenity were always within reach. Thank you for joining us on this journey of wisdom and self-discovery. We've explored the profound teachings of the Master on meditation, gratitude, and positive thinking. Reflecting on these practices can lead us to inner peace, mental clarity, and a life filled with joy and contentment. What have you learned so far? We invite you to share your thoughts. Comment below on one thing you've learned from this video and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue to share these valuable teachings with a broader audience. Thank you, and may your journey be filled with peace and enlightenment.